Look down. On whatever you're wearing, there's a zipper, and on the metal pull, almost certainly 3 letters. Y, K, K. You've worn them your whole life and never read them. They belong to one secretive Japanese family firm said to make half the world's zippers. That claim is true and a lie. Which half? Start with the proof. Count the zipper world by money. Every dollar the planet spends on zippers, and about 40 cents of it goes to YKK. 40% by value from one company. Everyone else is fragments. Other branded makers split a quarter of it. Thousands of tiny factories share the rest. One firm, 40%. That is the dominance the claim is built on. But by value is doing quiet work there, because counted another way, YKK's share falls hard. Hold that thought. So who is this? YKK, founded in 1934, in Japan, privately held ever since. No stock ticker, no celebrity founder. Just one family firm. 10 billion zippers a year, 70 countries, 45,000 people, and a name you've somehow never noticed. Here's the operating snapshot. Zippers made last year, more than 10 billion. Group revenue, about $6.7 billion. Facilities in roughly 70 countries. Around 45,000 employees. Now notice what isn't on this dashboard, a consumer brand. YKK sells you nothing directly. It sells the one component every clothing company needs and lets them put their name on the outside. You've bought it countless times without once seeing the brand. Sit with that first number. 10 billion zippers in a single year. Not 10 million, 10 billion with a B. That's more than one zipper for every human alive, from one company, in 12 months. It has hit 10 billion only a handful of times ever. This was one. YKK does the math for you. Laid end to end, 1 year of its zippers runs more than 3 million kilometers. That's about 80 laps around the Earth in zippers from a single company in a single year. That is the scale we're dealing with. It was built on an idea, not an empire. The founder, Tadao Yoshida, ran YKK by a philosophy he called the cycle of goodness. No one prospers, he said, unless they benefit others. It sounds like a slogan, but it built a company that reinvested relentlessly, stayed private, and thought in decades. 90 years on, the family still holds the reins. So back to that claim, half the world's zippers. You've seen where it comes from, about 40% of the money, and even more on the clothes you'd actually buy. But by value was the trick. Count raw zippers instead, and YKK's share falls toward a fifth. Same company, same year, half or a fifth. Next, we settle it. Start with why half feels obviously right. Look at the clothes actually worth keeping. A good jacket, quality jeans, a real coat, a bag you paid for. Reach for the zipper, and again it reads YKK. In branded, higher-end apparel, its share climbs well past 40% towards something like half. Count only the zippers you'd ever notice, and YKK really does make about half of them. Now count the other way, by sheer number of zippers. The picture flips. The world drowns in ultra-cheap, no-name zippers, billions of them, stitched onto fast fashion and dollar store bags. YKK doesn't chase that bottom, so by raw unit count its slice drops to about 20%, a fifth. The cheap long tail, the zippers you never think about, is 60% of them. Same company, same year, 40% of the money, 20% of the zippers. So both numbers are honest. 40% of the dollars, 20% of the zippers. That gap is the entire strategy. YKK doesn't want to win the cheapest zipper. It wants the zippers people pay for. High value, not high volume. A choice made on purpose. And that choice starts at home. In Japan, by most accounts, roughly 9 out of every 10 zippers are YKK. 9 in 10. In its own market, it isn't the leader. It's very nearly the whole market. That near total grip at home was the base camp for everything else. So how does one firm hold on that tightly worldwide? The answer is trust. One jacket can be ruined by a single zipper that jams, splits, or rusts, and it's the brand's name that takes the blame, never the zipper makers. So the world's clothing labels quietly standardize on the one supplier that almost never fails. That little YKK on the pull isn't an ad aimed at you. It's a promise made to the brand, and you just happen to be wearing it. You're halfway in, So remember what you came for. One obscure family firm ended up on almost every zipper worth owning. 40% of the money, near total on the clothes you keep. The stranger half of the story is still ahead. Not how big YKK is, but how it became impossible to copy, and why, even now, someone is finally coming for the crown. It never bought a rival. It outbuilt them. Here's how. Most manufacturers buy their parts and bolt them together. YKK refuses. It smelts its own brass and copper. It spins and dyes its own thread and tape. It even designs and builds its own zipper-making machines, in-house, and sells them to no one. So a rival can copy a YKK zipper, but it cannot buy the machine that makes a YKK zipper. That's the moat. Not a patent you could challenge in court, but a factory no competitor can even order. That obsession is 90 years deep. Founded in 1934, YKK spent the 50s learning to build its own machinery instead of importing it. It opened its first overseas plant in 1959, planted a vast, fully integrated factory in the American South, took the name YKK in 1994, and crossed 10 billion zippers in a single year in this decade. 90 years, one idea compounded. And it went everywhere. Today, YKK runs about 112 facilities across roughly 70 countries: Japan, the United States, China, Vietnam, Bangladesh, and dozens more. The strategy is deliberately local. Make the zippers close to where the clothes are sewn, so a brand anywhere gets the same YKK quality on the same short timeline. A global product made globally by one firm, and almost nobody who wears it knows the name. Through all of it, one thing never changed. For 90 years, YKK has stayed private and family-guided. No quarterly pressure to cut corners. No reason to sell the machine shop or chase the cheapest possible zipper. Patience, here, turn out to be a weapon. Now a reality check on the empire. Zippers made YKK famous, but they aren't most of its money. Split the group's revenue and the fastening business, zippers, snaps, buttons, is only about 44%. The bigger slice, around 56%, is something else entirely: windows, doors, and building facades, sold as YKK IP. The Zipper King is, by revenue, mostly a building products company, which makes what comes next stranger. So, dominant, patient, private, and vertically locked in a way rivals simply can't copy. For decades, unbeatable. But unbeatable always invites someone to try. And after 90 years on top, YKK now has a very determined target on its back. It's coming, as these things do, from China. The challenger is SBS, founded in China in 1984. It now leads the world in output, patents, and exports. By some counts, about 25% of all zipper exports. That's export share, not total market. Read it carefully. But the crown finally has a rival reaching for it. But zoom out from exports to the whole market, by value, and the shape stays stark. YKK sits at about 40%. Far below come the challengers: China's SBS, the European maker's Coats, under its Opti brand, and Riri, and a long tail of everyone else. These rival shares are estimates, so hold them loosely. But the order of magnitude is the point: one giant, and a crowd fighting over what's left. And SBS competes the hard way. Higher quality metal at lower prices, plus its own in-house research to copy YKK's integrated model. Behind it sits a tail of smaller Chinese firms: YCC, YQQ, KCC, all pressing on cost. And a wave of new tariffs is scrambling where the world buys its zippers, squeezing everyone's margins at once. For the first time in a long while, YKK is playing defense. So strip away the noise and settle it. Does one company make half your zippers? It depends which zippers you mean. By value, YKK is about 40% of the market. By raw count, about 20%. But on the branded clothes you actually own and keep, its share really is close to half. All three are true at once, and none is in dispute. Together, they describe not an illegal monopoly, but a quiet, near-total grip on quality. And the prize keeps growing. The global zipper market was worth an estimated $15 billion in 2024 and is projected to climb toward roughly $29 billion by 2034, about 7% a year. Those forecasts vary widely between firms, so treat the exact figures as estimates. But the direction is clear: a bigger market every year, and more reason for everyone to fight over it. YKK's invisible race is far from finished. So the next time you get dressed, look down again. Find a zipper. Read the little letters on the pole. If they say YKK, you're wearing a piece of a 90-year-old Japanese family firm most people have never heard of, one that decided, long ago, to win an invisible race by building everything itself. 2 letters. On almost every body.